Tonight, the 27-1-1 first place Caledonia Corvairs try to shoot down the 7-19-4 eighth place Fort Erie Meteors. Good evening, welcome to the HCCC. I'm John Molson. Matt Quilty and Connor Murphy each had 2 points on Tuesday night. The Corvairs extended their win streak to 3 with a 4-2 victory in Buffalo. The Meteors dropped a 1-goal game in Welland on Sunday night. The junior Canadians slipped by the Meteors 3-2. The Meteors are 2-3 in their last 5 games.
Harold William Nagel had 2 sons and a grandson who played for the Corvairs. Bill and Jim Nagel played for the Corvairs in the 70s. Their nephew, Rob Otterman, was a Corvair in the 90s. Their father and grandfather, a fixture at almost every home game and nearly as many at the away games. Jared Whitwell was a goaltender for the Corvairs from 2002 to 2006. He came of good stock. His grandfather, Ron Murphy, and great-uncle Harry Howell played in the NHL when there were only 6 teams. His father, Brian, was one of the best Corvair defensemen and a Corvair assistant coach. And his mother, Kim, is the past president of the team. Jared was a league all-star goaltender, and his name appears on several Corvair team trophies. We ask that you join the Corvair Hockey Club to honor the memories of Bill Nagel and Jared Whitwell. 2 members of the Corvair family, and according to your belief system, pray or wish for comfort and support to the Nagel, Otterman, Murphy, and Whitwell families in their time of grief and pain. Please now stand, remove headgear for a minute of silence in the names of these members of the Corvair family, and then remain standing for the singing of our national anthem. Bill Nagel, Jared Whitwell, rest in peace. Alicia.
Starting in goal for the Fort Erie Meteors is number 1, Liam Conway. He's played in 20 games, an 8-9 1-loss record, 1 loss in overtime, as well as 1 loss in the shootout, 1 shutout on the season. a 3.52 goals against average, and a .901 save percentage. Just about set for the opening draw. Briar Jonathan winning the draw. Peacock crossing off the right wing to take the back pass. Moran now with it on his own blue line. Malott through the neutral zone. Peacock shot hitting the side of the net. Carroll pinning his man up against the side of the board and gloving it ahead to Marsden. Christmas keeping it in at the left side of the blue line. Jonathan trying to dig it out from Carroll. Centering pass. Peacock with a good chance there, now off on the left. And the shot by Malott back in behind the net for Peacock. Peacock skating off the end line, turns around, flips it back beyond the far side. The shot by Christmas partially blocked by Kyle Marino. Cleared out by Austin Carroll. The Meteors making a full change, and Kyler Nixon back to get the puck for the Corvairs. The lead feed for Connor Murphy at center ice. Murphy shoots it in. Quilty to grab it at the far side. Gourlay back to the point in front. Quilty looking for a deflection off the point shot by Abraham. And Abraham back to the neutral zone to pick it up. The up feed to Quilty knocked away by the Meteors. Biller shooting it in behind the net for Jesse Pereira. Pereira with it once again at the right circle, and the flip shot by Marino. The Corvairs, the lead pass for Gourlay, too far from the Caledonia blue line, and the play going for icing. Starting goaltender for the Caledonia Corvairs, of course, is number 1 Colin Furlong, the October and November goaltender of the month. He has a 25-1 one-loss record, with 1 loss in overtime as the Corvairs win the draw in their own zone. Biller behind the net. Centering pass. Gourlay takes it away for the Corvairs and shoots it down the far side. Civilotti picks it up, avoiding the check of Matt Quilty. Moran on the near side beside the Caledonia bench gives a right shoulder to Richard DeMarco. Cody Brown up by the Fort Erie bench, and a hard hit by DeMarco on Moran at the near side. Puck bouncing through the left side of the Caledonia blue line. Patton now heading the other way for the Corvairs. Pinned up against the board by Austin Carroll. Digging it free is Cody Brown on the far side. Webb checking him, so Brown turns around, and his pass deflecting off the stick of Webb way up into the ceiling and off a light fixture for a face-off in the Fort Erie zone. Furlong with a 1.89 goals against average, third in the league, and a .933 save percentage. Turnaround shot by Dorian right off the draw. Dorian with it once again as he goes to the near side to pick up the puck. The shot along the ice by Patton, touched up by the defender Kyle Marino. And the first penalty of the game coming up to the Meteors as Marino touches up. Marino receiving that penalty in behind his own net. Caledonia winning the draw and placing the disc off to the left side. Patton to the point for Nixon. To the left wing, Quilty finds some room at the right circle. The pass down the wing to Patton in behind the net for Connor Murphy. And he's knocked off the puck by Craig Biller. Nixon down the half wall. Nixon gets it back and his slap shot flutters on the way to the net as Liam Conway makes the save. Caledonia with 41 power play goals on the year and 171 chances, a 23.98 power play percentage as Murphy and Richard DeMarco tangle up in the draw. Cavaratis shoots at the length of the ice for the Meteors. Nixon behind his own net with 1:13 to go in the penalty to Kyle Marino. Murphy shoots at the length of the ice. Picked up on the other side, Cody Brown out to the near side. Patton looking for a shot. He gets a second opportunity. His shot wide near side. Quilty with it half wall inside the right circle. Back to Patton. Shot goes off the inside of the left skate of Cody Brown, and the Meteors able to clear on the play. Nixon coming out the left side, down the wing for Brooker Muir. Over to the wing and the cross ice feed to Cosimo Fontana, broken up by Nick Passero. Brown through center off the right wing, rings it around the boards. Play at the half wall, the pass missed by Forsland. And McAuliffe shooting the length of the ice down the far side to ice it for the Meteors, and the Meteors now able to get back to full strength. Forsland dumps it in. Muir to the corner. Brooker Muir changing his number tonight. Muir wearing number 15 instead of his usual number 9. The pass from the corner by Mitch Brown, broken up by Marsden. Marsden now behind the net. Matt Marsden tied up by Jamie Forsland with a left arm. And I believe Jamie Forsland going to the box as a result of that left hand. The Meteors losing 2 of 3 last week. On Sunday night, losing in overtime after getting the first 2 goals of the game to the Welland Junior Canadians. Also losing Thursday night to Thorold. Able to win on the weekend against the Buffalo Regals. The Corvairs coming up with a 4-2 victory against the Regals Tuesday night. Shot by Passero. Forsland to serve. Another minute 36 for holding. Pass to Kyle Marino, broken up by Quilty. And Nick Passero back to get it for the Meteors. Quilty to Christmas, other side to Nixon. And Nixon throwing it down into the near corner Fort Erie zone. Jesse Pereira taking it by himself from his own blue line, and his shot wide to the near side. Centering pass, Cavaratis, the quick shot along the ice to the far side. Cavaratis knocking down Todd Ratchford in the corner. Pereira taking a hard hit. Play at the half wall near side. Moran clears it, but it gets just over the glass on the near corner. Brown winning the draw back for Moran, throws it up the near side board. Biller able to keep it in, throws it down the wall for DeMarco. DeMarco checked by Moran. Jared Marino taking it instead, back to DeMarco, to Marino. Marino up the side wall, near side. Jared fakes the shot, back to the top of the blue line. Craig Biller's shot, a rising slap shot off the left shoulder of Furlong. The penalty to Forsland about to expire. Forsland now out of the box, Biller down the side wall, Jared Marino back to Biller, and the back pass hops over Biller's stick, and the Corvairs able to regroup. Ratchford now inside his own zone, beside the left circle. Pass through center, Cosimo Fontana, the backhand chip in. Conway losing the puck behind the net. Peacock turning around and shooting it to the near wall. Marino out the far side. Austin Carroll up the half wall. Fort Erie unable to clear their zone. Christmas shooting it back in from the left side. The pass to Giancola missed. Christmas and Peacock looking for the puck far wall. Pissarro and Marino looking for it as well. Two players aside. Carroll touches it. Peacock grabs possession away from him, and the pass back to the left side intercepted by Giancola. The Corvairs playing it inside their own line at the half wall. Nixon out the other side now. 55 seconds to the halfway point of period number 1. Jonathan clears it down, hits his man in behind the net, hits Marino. Peacock from the end line back to top of the blue line. Forsland, Alex Huron trying to lift his stick, and the whistle going. Something wrong with the goal light in behind the Fort Erie net. The red light remaining on. The Corvairs with 2 first period goals in Buffalo on Tuesday. Cody Brown with the first Caledonia tally at 1:46. Matt Quilty with one at 8:21. Murphy winning the draw, and the back pass skips by Nixon. Furlong out to play it to Nixon. Nixon checked on the forecheck by DeMarco. Quilty to the right wing boards for Brown. Kept in by Patton, shoots it around the net. Murphy from the near side throws the pass back behind the Fort Erie, and the whistle going as Cody Brown tripped up in behind the Fort Erie net. Josh McAuliffe, excuse me, to the box for the Meteors, and the Corvairs to a 2-man advantage, the 5-on-3 for a minute 29. Connor Murphy from the right circle losing the draw to Johnston. Fort Erie unable to clear. Nixon left side over to Quilty. Quilty to Murphy, back to Quilty. Quilty feeds Murphy below the end line. Quilty top of the right circle, back to Murphy, centering pass, and the shot by Brown high off the glass in behind the Fort Erie net. Turnaround by Nixon. Quilty the shot off the skate of the Fort Erie player, Bryce Biller. Biller off on a change. The Corvairs trying to get back up ice quickly on the far side. But offside at the far corner was Kyler Nixon. Murphy winning the draw. Nixon picking it up behind his own net and speeding around the near side. Through center, taking it by himself. And he scores! Kyler Nixon doing all the work himself on the first penalty. The Corvairs will remain on the power play. 41 seconds left in the initial penalty to Kyle Marino when Kyler Nixon took it by himself, deposited a wrist shot from the right circle into the near side. And with 9:15 left in period number 1, Kyler Nixon gives the Corvairs the first goal of the game.
Assisted by number 27, J.D. Forsman.
Here's a shot. Fontana with a shot above the crease far side. Nixon plays it back to Fontana into the slot. Shot by Gourlay, just wide. Muir to Nixon, back to the top of the line to Quilty, and the feed from Nixon moves into the corner. Muir, the shot above the right circle, deflects off a Fort Erie player in front, comes back to Muir. Muir waits, feeds into the slot for Nixon, looking for his second goal. And Quilty picks it off at the top of the blue line, unable to keep possession. Pereira in on net, tries to stick it in, short save, short side, but Furlong able to get to the near corner to make the save. Fontana to Muir, back to Fontana. Fontana in behind the net, Muir side of the net, far corner. Gourlay with it now from the end line, centering pass for Muir, and picked off by Carroll. Austin Carroll shooting it back to the Caledonia blue line. Errant pass by Forsland, ends up on the stick of Jared Marino, and Marino with it at the end line far side. Johnson near corner, tied up by Forsland. Matt Marsden coming away with it. Austin Carroll has the pass bounce off his skate, and Peacock maneuvers himself around him off the far side. Fort Erie zone. Whistle on the play. 7:12 to go, first period of play. Kyler Nixon taking it end to end and scoring inside the right circle off the assist from Forsland. So Forsland drawing an assist. I assume he must have touched it way back in the Caledonia zone, because Nixon scoring going end to end with 9:15 to go in the first. Or 10:45 on the score clock. Kyler Nixon at 10:45, drawing the only Caledonia goal so far of this first period. Webb around the near corner. Abraham trying to intercept, hits his man at the far half wall. DeMarco moving his way into the slot anyway. Webb losing the puck. And Jonathan playing it up to Malott. Peacock on the left wing. It's slapped away by the Meteors. DeMarco shooting it in off the far side. DeMarco playing it from the far wall. In front, Nick Giancola looking for it, side of the net. Shot by Mikhailov. Marino keeps it in behind the net. Giancola plays it back in for Webb, and it's intercepted by Abraham and shot back to the red line. Marino rainbows it into the near corner. Abraham picks it up. Patton at the half wall to Cody Brown. Brown at the red line sends Nick Passero flying into the boards. Now Josh Mikhailov getting rough, sending Cody Brown to the ice. And the puck comes back to Ratchford, 2 steps off the right side of the blue line, and he fires a high rising slap shot into the mitt of Liam Conway. Cody Brown losing it to Nick Passero. Brown losing his stick in the process. Civilotti playing it out to the neutral zone. Cody Brown intercepting, and his low shot from the left side. Conway cutting the angle at the near corner to keep the Fort Erie deficit at 1. Brown winning the draw, back for Moran. The shot hitting Cavaratis in front. Or that was Nick Passero, excuse me. Patton far side, plays it around the net. Brown looking for Moran, the pass back, picked off by Fort Erie. Nick Passero throws it through the neutral zone. Pereira shouldered off the puck by Ratchford. Fort Erie taking it away. Passero's back pass for Carroll. Carroll missing the pass, the disc ending up all the way back in Fort Erie territory. Carroll with it once again. The cross ice feed. Nick Passero over the left side. The drop for Cavaratis, and Cavaratis' shot bounces off the glass near side. Passero chips it down the far wall. Nick into the corner for Cavaratis. Cavaratis, the backhand centering pass. Kicked off by Gourlay. And Gourlay, the pass up 2 lines, looking for Connor Murphy. Murphy beyond the end line far side. Jared Marino to the corner, able to clear. And the shot just wide of the net. Furlong raising his right arm to signify icing. Fixing some equipment as a Fort Erie player. Nick Passero, Connor Murphy to take the draw from the right circle. Congratulations to Connor Murphy. Connor Murphy to play next year at the University of Michigan on a full scholarship. Nixon beyond his own blue line, the pass through center. Gourlay now on the right wing, has it taken away on the stick check by Matt Marsden. Played down the wall. Carson Johnston to the corner. Gourlay inadvertently sticks his own man Quilty in the face with his forehand blade. Murphy down the wall, looking for the disc, cut off by Bowles. The pass up to Marsden, in behind the Caledonia net. 3:05 to play in period number 1. Mitch Brown through the neutral zone, far side, around McAuliffe, and his shot sails wide to the near corner. Johnston picks it up. Carson Johnston's shot into the midsection of Furlong as the net's knocked off in behind him.
Gold tickets offering a number of chances to win. The first one is for $10,000 in the Line Yard $10,000 shootout. Ticket number 810948.
Jack Webb to take the draw. Caledonia winning it. Mitch Brown, the back pass to Forsland. Pass through center. Moore shifts it in down the far side. Checked up against the wall now by Austin Farrell. Webb to the corner. Fontana plays it off the half wall for Brown. Muir in behind the net. Muir, the back pass to Brown. Brown to Forsland. And the shot by Forsland at the left side of the blue line deflects off Richard DeMarco and out of play. Forsland to the dressing room. Don't know if it's because it's near the end of the period or if there's some sort of a major penalty to Forsland. Seems to be a high stick call. Nothing on the scoreboard as of yet. Forsland to serve 2 minutes. So just in the Caledonia dressing room till the end of the intermission. as opposed to a match penalty. Carson Johnston to take the draw. Mitch Brown there for the Corvairs. Brown winning the draw by kicking it ahead. Johnston with it now, drops it to the right side. Nick Passero to the half wall to Johnston. So Forsland giving a checking to the head. I didn't see that signal.
2 and 10, checking to the head. Minor being served by number 15, Rooker Mueller.
Marino down the far side, stopping at the half wall, plays it in beyond the end line and back to Marino. Passero top of the blue line, shot. Pereira and Johnston looking for the disc in front of the Caledonia net. The Fort Erie goalie out to play it up to Pereira. Pereira with some speed through the neutral zone, but loses the puck in the process. Passero shooting it around the boards. Furlong playing it down the far side. Conway plays it up the wall for his defenseman. Fort Erie at 30 for 171 on the power play. A 17.54 power play percentage. And Caledonia tops in the league on the penalty kill. Rebound. The big slap shot by Johnston over the right circle. And Pereira and another Fort Erie forward, Braden Cavaratis. Cavaratis with the second rebound. And Furlong getting the right pad out to kick it out at the last second. Shot by Carroll goes wide, under a minute to play now in the first. Only first period goal off the stick of Kyler Nixon at 10:45 of period number 1. Ratchford at the half wall trying to tie it up with 24 seconds left in the penalty to Forsland. Marino winds up, plays it down the sidewall instead for Webb. Webb at the half wall to Biller over the top of the left circle. Webb breaking it up. Caledonia through the neutral zone. Cody Brown losing it. And Fort Erie looking for one last opportunity. Down inside, 15 seconds to play, period number 1. Nixon with it now up the half wall to Ratchford. Ratchford through the neutral zone over center, flips it in, and the buzzer going. Kyler Nixon on the end-to-end rush as the buzzer goes with the only first period tally. Forsland drawing an assist, but Nixon going through all 3 zones and depositing the puck from the right circle halfway into the net up the near side at 10:45. And at the first intermission, it's the Caledonia Corvairs 1 and the Fort Erie Meteors no score. Can I get an out? The Corvairs looking to extend their win streak, their second win streak on the year, to 4 tonight, leading 1-0 after 1 period of play off the Kyler Nixon goal at 10:45. The Corvairs' earlier string of 24 games snapped 2 weeks ago by the Welland Junior Canadians. Ex-Corvair J.C. Travers with a goal and an assist in that game against his ex-teammates. The Corvairs winning 3-1 here last week against Ancaster. now looking for their fourth straight. Play underway, second period of play. Big hit, Caledonia bench on Jared Marino. Didn't see who the Caledonia player was coming in from the left side. Perhaps Nixon, as he threw another shot down the near half wall seconds ago. Carroll down the wall. Peacock plays it back in. It's directed to the near corner. Kyle Marino playing it around the net for the Meteors. Marino with it once again. The pass out the far side, too far, and Malott trying to keep it onside for the Corvairs over at the left. Brown and Malott digging for the puck at center. The puck squirts free toward the Fort Erie bench. Pereira losing the puck in the neutral zone. Cody Brown over center. Nick Pissarro falls down, and Brown skates over the far side and fires a wrist shot into the glove of Conway. On the out-of-town board, the Kitchener Dutchmen and Brampton Bombers still tied at no score in the first. The Listowel Cyclones with a 3-1 lead at the end of one over the Stratford Cullitons. That game in Listowel. St. Catharines with a 1-0 lead over the Port Colborne Pirates. That's halfway through the first period. St. Catharines 3 points back of the Corvairs. Both teams playing 29 games on the year. Fort Erie's Pissarro wins the draw over to Pereira. Pissarro gets it back into the slot. Craig Biller losing the puck, and the Corvairs now heading the other way. Patton down the near wall. Nick Pissarro beats him to the puck. Half wall, Dorian loses it, squirts free into the slot to Cody Brown, and Brown's wrist shot 2 inches off the ice, off the padding of Conway. Shot by Retchford through traffic. Patton and Dorian looking for rebounds. Niagara Falls on top of the Thorold Blackhawks 2-1 at the end of one. And the London Nationals on top of the St. Thomas Stars 1-0 at the end of one period of play. Quilty throws a pass, or looking for a pass to Connor Murphy, picked off by Jack Webb. Furlong now back to Nixon. Nixon behind his own net. Turns around after the forecheck of Webb. Goes to the other side. Moran back to Nixon. Nixon looks to leave the zone out the far side now. Pass up to the center ice red line. Broken up by the Meteors, and the puck on the far side. Nixon with it once again. Over center. Here he goes again. The pass off to Quilty, and Quilty's quick shot at the near corner. Nixon looking to go through all three lines once again, similar to the first period goal. He lost the puck in the process, but it turned into a pass onto the stick of Matt Quilty, and Quilty with a quick shot to the near side. The Corvairs winning the draw now from the left circle. Turning around, Fontana back to the blue line. Christmas firing a hard shot. Muir looking for a rebound. Mitch Brown picks it up. Abraham down the wall. Abraham gets it back and fires a wrist shot to the glass on the near side. DeMarco through center, far side, flips it in, receives a hit from Christmas, and goes off on a change as a result. Pissarro stick checking the Caledonia defender Abraham. Christmas behind his own net, flips a back pass rather than skate out the far side. Fontana up the boards through center. Mitch Brown falling down to try and force a pass to the left wing. Shot in by the Corvairs off the near wall, and Fort Erie back up the ice on a quick pass from the goaltender, trying to catch Caledonia napping. Radford from his own line, pass up to Gourlay, and Gourlay from the blue line flips it up and out of play as it hit the banners. Gourlay looking to go down the far wall, but the high pass ended up hitting the last banner on the right-hand side. Draw beside the Fort Erie blue line. Johnston wins the draw back to the defender. Johnson gets it back. The turnover, and they score! Matt Quilty forcing a turnover, barely touching the puck and drilling a wrist shot from the left circle over the shoulder of Conway to the near side. And at 4:35 of period number 2, Matt Quilty doubles up the Caledonia lead to 2-0. That should go unassisted. Gourlay drawing an assist. So Caledonia forcing a turnover inside the left circle, and Matt Quilty making no mistake, firing it right away into the top corner near side. The Corvairs out in front by 2. Caledonia looking to extend their season lead over the Meteors.
The number 14, Connor
Murphy to the box to serve 2 minutes. And Fort Erie to their first power play of the second period.
14, Murphy, 2 minutes, holding the stick.
Caledonia with previous wins in the season series here, 9-3, and in Fort Erie, 8-2. Caledonia with 2 convincing wins on the year versus the Meteors, looking for win number 3 here tonight. Centering pass going wide. Pacero's shot off the right pad of Furlong. Cavaratis picks it up in behind the net for Pereira. Marino centering pass avoids Pereira for the pass, and the Meteors score. Fort Erie with the quick shot below the right circle. I believe Kyle Marino. Hard to see who it was after the shot. The Fort Erie player turned his back to me. I believe Kyle Marino is going to get credit for cutting the Fort Erie deficit back to 1.
Fort Erie Meteors goal, scored by number 10, Braden Gavarsis, assisted by numbers 40, Jesse Pereira, and 21, Nick Pizzero. Time to goal, 5:51.
Side of the net, Fort Erie now looking to tie the game.
Fort Erie power play goal, scored by 10, Gavarsis, from 40, Pereira.
Alex Huron with a shot from a similar angle to the Cavaratis goal. So Marino not in on the play at all. I gotta say, with no numbers on the shoulders, the Fort Erie players very hard to see when their back is turned to our broadcast position. Shot by Dorian deflects off the outside of Carroll. Brown in behind the net. Dorian pinned up against the board, centering pass, picked off by Fort Erie, throwing down the ice wide of Furlong's net by a couple of inches, and a face-off back deep in Fort Erie territory. Webb winning the draw, pushing it off to the corner. DeMarco backhands it up the wall. Played in deep by Huron. Caledonia with the puck now. Pass center. And offside on the play is Scott Dorian. Face-off in the neutral zone beside the Fort Erie Meteor line. Murphy and Webb to take the draw. Or that was Mac Passero, excuse me. Abraham clears it down the near side. Picked up in behind the net by Bryce Biller, and Biller drills a pass down the wall off the glass on the far side. McAuliffe, an errant pass, Gourlay picking it off beside the left circle now. Gourlay above the circle, moves it down to Quilty at the half wall in behind the net, and the centering pass for Gourlay knocked aside by Giancola, now moving speedily down the other side on the far corner. Abraham through the neutral zone, drops for Christmas. Christmas looking for Gourlay, and the pass for Gourlay just a little bit too far for him on the far side. Face off back in the Caledonia zone as the whistle goes. Murphy to take the draw. Connor Murphy leading the GOJHL in scoring with 60 points coming into tonight. Marino losing the puck through center. Quilty 2-on-1 developing. Murphy tries to bat it out of the air, but instead he's pinned up against the board on a body check by Jared Marino. Murphy getting it back, playing it in behind the net. Played out by Gourlay, and a smart play to move it back to the defender. Ratchford throwing it back down the far wall. Matt Marsden playing it now for the Meteors. Johnston around the far side, cut off by Moran. Johnson gets it back, poking away at the near corner, and Furlong sticking out the right leg to make the save at the near post. Caledonia second in the conference coming in tonight in goals for. St. Catharines and Thorold with 143 goals going into tonight. St. Catharines scoring in the first, so they're now at 144. The Corvairs with their two tallies sitting just behind at 143. Murphy winning the draw off to the left wing over to Nixon. Nixon plays it down the wall as Caledonia goes to the PP. Quilty back to the line. Nixon down the side. Patton looking for some room, throws a pass off the end board. Cody Brown behind the net. Brown gets it back off the pass by Connor Murphy. Pereira pinning Brown up against the board. Quilty the backhand pass, too far for Nixon, and it's thrown out by Michaela, but it hits something. Murphy, or Nixon rather, with the cross ice feed on the turnover to Cody Brown. Brown with a quick shot to the near corner. Murphy to Quilty, plays it in behind the net, so McAuliffe looked to have an easy clearing pass, but it hit something through the neutral zone, came right back to Kyler Nixon, and the Corvairs back to the attack as a result. Quilty from the right circle fires it along the ice wide. Nixon at the half wall, moves to the end line, turns around. Inside the left circle, pass out to Cody Brown. He shoots and scores. Cody Brown with 9:36 remaining in the second period restores the Caledonia 2-goal lead off the slap shot, top of the slot. The feedback from the left circle right to Brown, and Brown with some wide open space on the slap shot, high slot. Caledonia winning the draw. Abraham to the other side. Caledonia right back to the attack seconds later.
Fort Erie Meteors goal scored by number 10, Braden Gavaraxis.
The PA guy is confused. It was our goal. We're all bound to make mistakes. Caledonia back to the power play. I believe that's a Cody Brown power play goal at 9:35. Murphy to the left side. Nixon moving off the blue line. Here's the call now.
Cody Brown, time of the goal, 10:24.
So 10:24, the time of the goal, 9:36 left in period number 2, showing on the score clock. Brown again, 3-on-2. Brown got in alone with 2 forwards in behind him. Brown right circle, top of the blue line. Quilty loses it for a minute, gets it back, cross ice feed for Nixon, looking for Cody Brown. And Brown playing a long pass in for Connor Murphy. Murphy leaving it back to the top of the blue line. Nixon shuffles the puck back with his right skate in disgust. The puck was ahead of him, his feet offside, but Kyler Nixon looked to have the puck onside in the Fort Erie zone, but the referee, I guess, calling the offside based on the positioning of his feet. Play side wall, puck squirts free by the 2 benches. Furlong out to play it away from Johnston. Pass way around the boards. Jack Webb intercepting, throwing it down the far side. And as he loses the puck, throws a body check on Jamie Forsland. Centering feed, Brown down low. Now on the near corner. Fontana above the circle, shot hits Civilotti in front. Brooker Muir looking for a rebound as he falls down. Shot by Fontana and cleared away by the Meteors. 2 seconds to go. Fort Erie now back to full strength. Pass through the neutral zone over center, avoids Peacock. And to be on the safe side, Liam Conway covering up on the play. I believe there was an assist on the Cody Brown goal due to the PA error. There was a pass from the left circle. We'll see if we get a chance to find the assist for you when we get a chance to check the game sheet. Peacock, the turnaround shot. Biller wide. Peacock jamming away at it far side. Biller came out to check him. Biller sent the initial pass wide. Peacock regaining possession in behind the Fort Erie net. The Corvairs up 3-1 with 6:48 to go in the second. Caledonia winning the draw. Peacock throwing it down the far wall. Intercepted by Nick Passero. Gianpola behind the net as Passero throws it up the far side. Brown knocked down from behind. Austin Carroll falling over top of him. Intercepted by Civilotti, passed down the left wing, and Pereira, I don't know if Jesse Pereira was offside or not, but the whistle going. I thought he could have been offside through the neutral zone. Referee talking to Nick Passero. Passero going to the box. Carson Johnson taking the draw instead. Murphy winning the draw back to the right side. Nixon to Christmas, back to Nixon. Nixon over the blue line, makes a move on Civilotti, the defender, and slips it wide to the far side. Pereira tries to glove it down. Nixon, pass center, pass in for Quilty. Quilty over the right circle, centering pass for Gourlay, and knocked away by Cavaratis. The backhand pass by Cavaratis whistled down. Tyler Nixon with the first goal of the game at 10:45 of the first frame. Matt Quilty replying in the second at 4:35 off the assist from Spencer Gourlay. Webb and Gourlay tie up. The Meteors come away with it. Backhand pass through center. DeMarco throws it in, and Furlong covers up at the near side. Cavaratis then getting credit for the first Fort Erie goal. I thought Kyle Marino was in on the play somewhere. I did not even see Cavaratis in or on the ice at that period in time. However, Fort Erie cutting the lead to 1 before Cody Brown scoring at 10:24 to restore the Caledonia 2-goal lead. Shot by Christmas deflects off the stick of Connor Patton. Patton looking for a deflection to the left side of the slot. And the puck going out of play on the near corner into the net. Brown winning the draw. Abraham through center. Up the right wing to Connor Patton. Abraham over center and backhanded in by the Corvairs Malott. Chipped out beside the Caledonia bench. Carson Johnson below the left circle. Forsland sliding across defensively. And Matt Marsden tripped up in front of the Caledonia net and goes falling into the far post. No penalties on the play. Marsden just looking for a centering pass to get the Meteors back to within a goal. Caledonia winning the draw. Malott to the backhand and fires a rising backhand wrist shot into the upper body of Conway. Nick Passero to take the draw. Passero leading the Meteors in points with 11 goals and 26 points. Shot, rebound. Patton in front of the net, knocked down. Malott to the far side. Cavaratis through center now for the Meteors. No call. Patton was knocked down in the slot. And a signal for a head check. No call the other way on Patton. Patton shaking his head. Couldn't believe that there was no call on the other side in the Corvairs' favor. Cody Brown now off to the dressing room. The referee calling for a head check. We'll wait and see if that's a 10-minute or a match penalty. Pereira winning the draw. Backhanded by Nick Passero to the half wall. Bryce Miller to Pereira. Shot right circle. Furlong getting a piece of the padding on it. The rebound scored free to Kyle Marino. Marino's hard shot wide to the near side. The whistle going now. 1:37 to go in the penalty to Brown. Forsland and Pereira now going to the sin bin. Each team trading off. 1:37 still to go in the penalty to Brown. Face off beside the Fort Erie line. Brown and Johnston. Johnston feeds it ahead to the forward. Drops it back to hammer it around the wall for the Corvairs. Abraham, the pass through center, too far for Mitch Brown. Out to play it is Conway.
Number 40.
Passero, far side. Checked by Mitch Brown, goes back behind the net. Passero now with it through center. Takes it all by himself down the far side, loses possession, and it's wrapped around the wall but not out by Abraham. Johnston going back door for Kyle Marino on the far corner. The pass in between the stick and the left skate of Marino. Face off right circle, Webb and Connor Murphy to take the draw. Murphy backhands it to Nixon off the one draw, and Nixon clearing the zone for the Corvairs. Carroll plays it around the net. Up for Marino. Quilty losing it. Backhanded by Murphy to Nixon. Nixon to the far side to the other defender. And Moran clearing it inside the Fort Erie line. Skating through the neutral zone is Matt Martin, dropping it to Webb. Quilty trying to clear top of the line. Austin Carroll shot wide off the glass far side. Carroll losing it now. Connor Murphy 2-on-1, 3-on-1 with a man behind him. And the quick shot by Murphy had Quilty on his right. And Jeff Malott escaping the penalty box directly behind him. Connor Murphy taking the shot underneath the left circle. Murphy with the wrister and Conway getting the glove out. Murphy looking for his 19th goal on the year. His 42 assists, tops in the league along with his 60 points. one ahead of Kyle Brothers of the Chatham Maroons. Abraham unable to keep it onside. Cavaratis takes it away, cuts around Christmas at the near side. Christmas backhanding it up the wall. Patton through center, shoved aside by Allen at the Caledonia bench. And play stops as Marino and a Caledonia player tied up in the near corner. Kyle Marino tying up Brooker Muir. Under 2 minutes to play in period number 2. Matt Quilty with the second Caledonia goal at 4:35. Cavaratis cutting the lead in half off the Jesse Pereira and Nick Passero assists. And Cody Brown getting the third Caledonia goal at 10:24. 3-1 Corvairs as we approach the second intermission.
Fort Erie Meteors penalty to number
Johnston
10,
plays it around the far side. Unable to clear. Quilty looking for a shot. High slot. Cleared the length of the ice by Marsden.
Cavaratis says 2 minutes. Unsportsmanlike conduct.
Nixon up the wall for Quilty. Quilty from the right wing. Cross ice for Gourlay. Underneath the end line is Connor Murphy around the net. Near wall Patton. Patton checked by Carroll. Murphy gets it back. Quilty plays it to the half wall. Murphy looking for some room. Gives it back to Quilty. Quilty fakes a shot. Shot by Patton. The rebound comes out, and Gourlay getting a shot from the Fort Erie netminder in the process. Murphy down the half wall. 57 seconds left in the penalty to Cavaratis. Nixon far side, over the blue line, through the neutral zone. Nixon right wing now. Maneuvers his way into the slot off the deke around the right circle.
Program offers you another chance to win. Checking your tickets, we have another Argyle Grill penalty kill to the ticket, last 4 digits, 0949.
39 seconds left in the penalty, 19.6 left in the period, so the Corvairs will have a brief 20-second power play to start the third if they can't score here. Fort Erie winning the draw. Pereira racing through center and drilling a shot high over the net. Abraham running him into the end boards. One last round of Caledonia. Abraham the Abraham fight as a result of him running Jesse Pereira into the boards. Bryce Biller gone for the night, as well as Abraham. Abraham smashing Pereira into the end boards near side. Pereira with a good scoring chance down the left side, and Abraham trying to make a defensive play, instead threw his man into the boards face first, a fight resulting. Head referee discussing matters with Austin Carroll. Some screaming from the Fort Erie bench. 0.9 seconds to go in period number 1. Not enough time to get a shot off. Just awaiting the official word on the penalties before the period will come to an end. Cody Brown and Matt Quilty with second period Corvair goals. Cavaratis with one for the Meteors. Gibson with the only Corvair first period goal. Here's the call now.
5 minutes for fighting, game misconduct. Additional 2 for being the instigator.
So Biller instigating the fight on Abraham after the check on Jesse Pereira.
The number 12, Justin Abraham, 5 minutes for fighting, game misconduct.
Abraham just with the 5 minutes, so Caledonia with a 2-man advantage to start the third for 20 seconds. The Corvairs to have a full 2-minute power play to start period number 3. Corvairs looking for win number 28 tonight. And the Meteors win the draw. The draw won by Austin Carroll, but no time to do anything with it. The two teams head to the room at the end of the second intermission. The Corvairs with a 3-1 lead at the intermission. Some confusion to end the period, these two teams taking their time to get to the dressing room. And finally, order is restored. At the end of 2, it's the Corvairs 3 and the Fort Erie Meteors 1. I wish I had color. You'd be afraid. Can I get an out of town?
Again, a reminder that the Corvair
Look up the date sheet and see if there were any assists on that Cody Brown goal. Because they called it wrong. The Corvairs with 2 goals in the second period, leading 3-1 going into period number 3. The Corvairs will start the third on the power play, a brief 2-man advantage for 20 seconds. A full 2 minutes off the Fighting Majors. Abraham and the Fort Erie player, the name escapes me at this point. Fort Erie player drawing the extra 2 minutes on the instigator. I believe that player to be Kyle Marino. No, Bryce Biller. There we go. Bryce Biller with the instigating penalty on the fight with Justin Abraham. Abraham running a player down into the boards near corner. And the evening finish for those 2 players on the out-of-town board. The London Nationals behind against the St. Thomas Stars at the end of 2. The Stars with a 2-1 lead. No score in the Kitchener Brampton game. We don't have official word as to what has happened, but no word from the GOJHL as DeMarco wins the draw and feeds it down the left side. Quilty taking it away. Nixon through neutral ice up to Gourlay. Gourlay from the left wing moves it in behind the net and skates out the far side. Quilty above the right circle, back to Murphy. Quilty and Nixon playing back and forth. Gourlay far side, the shot wide and the net knocked off its moorings as the upper body of Gourlay hit the top of the far post. Listowel and Stratford, the Cyclones doubling up the Cullitons 4-2 at the end of 2. St. Catharines with 6 second period goals leading Port Colborne Pirates 7-0. Quilty top of the blue line. Underneath the right circle comes back to Nixon. Quilty feeds Murphy at the far side. Quilty over top the circle, back to Murphy, to Quilty, across to Nixon and fires the rising slap shot. Gourlay with the rebound. Murphy back to Nixon, over to Quilty. Quilty beside the right circle. The shot by Nixon. He shoots and scores. Kyler Nixon above the left circle on the return feed from Matt Quilty. The Corvairs moving it nicely around from all angles, and just a matter of Matt Quilty finding some open space for the hard slap shot down to the near corner. The Fort Erie goalie with no chance. Conway still on the other side off the feed from Quilty.
Assisted by number 93, Matt Quilty. Time of the goal, 1 minute, 4 seconds.
So Quilty drawing his second assist. Kyler Nixon with his second goal. Nixon scoring on the end-to-end rush in the first. Forsland shot in the slot from just to the left, deflects off the stick of Johnston and out of play. The Corvairs now on top by 3. Ratchford top of the blue line, the feed in, deflects off something in front, I believe Johnston. The hard shot by Ratchford trickling just wide to the near side, 1 inch off the near post. Caledonia still on the power play for 24 seconds. Now down to 15 seconds. Maybe one last opportunity for the Corvairs. Malott over the left side. Jonathan lets it go. Peacock far side feeds it in behind the end line, and it's intercepted by Jack Webb. The turnaround hard slapper out of the zone. Ratchford picking up the disc for the Corvairs through the neutral zone to Muir. Muir the pass off going down the slot over the right wing for Peacock. Brown around the net, plays it for Muir. Cavaratis now down into Caledonia territory. Bulls behind him. Brown through neutral ice over the left side and feeds it in behind the Fort Erie net. Losing possession in the process. Puck now beside the Fort Erie bench. Stick down by Muir. Mac Passero back to take it away from him and play it up the far wall. Christmas through the neutral zone past the Fort Erie blue line. Bulls with it now. He's checked off the puck by Fontana. And Moran back behind his own net to pick up the biscuit for the Corvairs. play beside the Caledonia bench. Muir plays it back for the defender, and Christmas throws it up the boards. The missed pass on the right wing to Fontana. And Fontana and Austin Carroll now having words as a result.
0966. Please come to the timekeeper's bench to collect your gift certificate for a Wally Park power play.
Brooker Muir to the penalty box. 16:02 to go, third period of play. Tonight's presentation of Caledonia Corvairs hockey brought to you by ARC Pro HD. Please visit us online at www.arcprohd for a full list of broadcasting services as the Meteors win the draw and throw the backhand pass to the left-hand side of the blue line.
2 minutes for unsportsmanlike conduct.
Passero missing the drop pass. Johnston 2 steps ahead of him in the slot, the drop pass, and Johnston now with it once again for the Meteors. Kyle Marino feeds the right wing. Nick Passero at the half wall, throws it down the near board. Passero with it once again. His shot blocked, and Connor Murphy hooked under the left arm. Nearly, he gets a shot away anyway. Murphy crashing into the near post, and the goalie giving Murphy a shot. Conway crashing Connor Murphy, or the net falling off its moorings rather. Connor Murphy crashing into the goalie. Murphy hooked under the arm, I believe, by Marino. The missed pass at the top of the blue line to Fort Erie, and Murphy heading in on a breakaway. We may see a penalty shot here. Murphy and Cavaratis still talking about it. Nobody going over for the Meteors. The referee standing at center ice. Quilty and Ratchford coming off the bench for the Corvairs. I guess they're saying Murphy got a shot away, but he was hooked under that left arm twice. Lawson finally calling for a hook. Nick Passero to the box. A very long delay on that call. The hook on Murphy blatantly obvious, but the hook on Passero taking a long time to call. Murphy winning the draw, feeding himself, taken away by Carroll. Quilty playing a back pass and Cavaratis breaking in. Quilty looking to go back to the defender. Matt Quilty playing the puck too far on the back pass. And Cavaratis in on a breakaway shorthanded as a result. No, excuse me, the two teams playing 4-on-4. Brooker Muir in the box for the Corvairs. Nick Passero on the hook to Connor Murphy. Murphy with it once again, drops to the defender. Nixon feeds to the other side. Murphy gets it back and makes a wrist shot from beside the right circle into the glove of Conway. The Corvairs winning the only other meeting against the Meteors here back on October the 11th, 9-3. Shot by Christmas sails wide to the far side and hits the glass. Marino throws it down the ice. Furlong has to play it in his crease, and the pass out the left side for Christmas. Christmas behind the net now. Caledonia on the power play for 35 seconds as Jared Marino dumps it back in for the Meteors. Gourlay through the neutral zone over center, down past the inlet, around the net, Forsland. Christmas with it now, back to Forsland. Forsland firing a wrist shot through traffic. It hits Dorian. Dorian looking for a rebound directly in the slot. In that 9-3 Caledonia win back on October the 11th, Connor Murphy with 3 points in that game, a goal and 2 assists. Connor Patton likewise also with a goal and 2 assists. Kyler Nixon with 1 goal and 3 helpers. Cavaradas losing the puck in the corner and getting into fisticuffs with Jamie Forsland as a result. Cavaradas throwing 2 big right hands, 3, 4, 5 in succession, hitting Forsland on the back of the head and Forsland down to the ice. I'd say Cavaradas getting the better of that battle. The 2 big men for the 2 sides engage with their fists beyond the Caledonia net on the near side. Caledonia winning the only other meeting against the Meteors back at the Leisureplex on October the 26th. J.C. Travers still a member of the Corvairs at that time. Travers now with the Welland Junior Canadians, snapping the Corvairs win streak at 24 back 2 weeks ago with his goal and assist. Connor Murphy with a 4-point night that night, the hat trick, 3 goals and an assist in the October 26th game. Kyler Nixon drawing 4 assists. Jeff Malott with a goal and an assist. Those were the Caledonia Corvairs with multi-point nights back on the 26th of October. Draw 1 by the Meteors. Carroll to Johnson, plays it down the side to DeMarco around the net. Nixon losing it, trying to clear the zone. The Meteors to a 2-man advantage here. Mitch Brown out high to forecheck. Pissarro down the boards to Pereira. Pissarro gets it back and he scores. Nick Pissarro on the high wrist shot, high slot to the near corner off the pass from Jesse Pereira off the right circle. And the Meteors cut the Caledonia Corvair lead in half to 4-2.
46.
So Nick Pissarro with his 2nd point, drawing an assist on the first Fort Erie goal.
Fort Erie Meteors goal scored by number 21.
7 minutes into period number 3.
By number 3, Austin Farrell. Time the goal, 7-12. Fort Erie's 2nd goal, power play effort.
At 7-12, the Meteors cut the lead back to 2. Shot by Carroll. Carroll drawing an assist. I thought Pereira drew an assist on that play. Pereira down now on the far side. We'll give Pereira a question mark. I'm pretty sure he got an assist off the right circle. Carroll's shot wide. Pereira jamming away side of the net. Takes 3 or 4 whacks at it with Moran defending. Still 37 seconds left on the penalty to Jamie Forsland. Webb wins the draw, pushes it behind the net. Furlong around the far side, and diving at the top of the blue line is Cody Brown. The whistle going. The referee pointing to the goaltender and indicating a slash. I don't know if Furlong's going to get a penalty here. Lawson rather, with a chopping motion, the head referee. So Furlong indeed drawing a slash face-off off to Furlong's right. Jack Webb to take the draw. Mitch Brown in there for the Corvairs. Brown with a kicking motion with the right skate off the draw. Can't get it past the left side of the blue line. Mikhailov back to the other side, over to Nick Pissarro, or Jared Marino, excuse me. A lot of brothers on this squad, or players with similar last names. The Pissarros and the Marinos, as play stops at the near corner. Actually, there was a third Pissarro player on the Fort Erie squad, but he was cut earlier this year. Shot left circle, Nick Pissarro grinding in there, side of the net is Richard DeMarco. And Anthony Pissarro was listed at forward earlier this year for the Meteors. Didn't actually dress in a game, now listed as inactive. Cleared by the Corvairs. Cody Brown racing down the far side, and Conway out to play it for the Meteors. Pereira with a head of steam down the right side. Moran checking him, so Pereira goes to the other side, back to Nick Pissarro. Pass back to Carroll. The back feed by the assistant captain, Johnston. And Carroll has to go back to the far side to pick up the disc for the Meteors. Caledonia still 2 men short for 34 seconds. Carroll, top of the blue line, fakes a shot, gives back to Nick Pissarro, and his shot wide on the far side. Carroll to Nick. Pissarro's shot blocked, and Moran clears it the length of the ice and goes off on a change. Nick Pissarro through center. Matt Marsden turns around at the right circle. The feed to the open Fort Erie captain. Pissarro with it once again. The Corvairs forcing a turnover and going in on a 2-on-1. The feed back to Connor Murphy from Connor Patton down the right wing. Connor Murphy wide open to the forehand side, but unable to get the front of the blade on it to the near corner as the Corvairs finally return to full strength. It's jammed down the wall by Christmas, the Caledonia defender, as the whistle goes. Gourlay to take the draw as Murphy's tossed out. Gourlay and Passero tie up. Nixon takes it the other way. The feed across two lines to Connor Murphy and offside on the play.
Last four digits, 0960. We have
face off beside the Fort Erie blue line on the far wall. Murphy to take the draw. The draw won by Matt Passero. He shoots it down the far side. No one there for Fort Erie. Caledonia takes it right back down the left wing. Centering pass for Quilty off his stick. Bowles, Giancola, the puck knocked off the stick of Bowles. Perhaps a offside delayed as Bowles backs up to the top of the Caledonia blue line. It's cleared out by Kyler Nixon down the far side. Josh McAuliffe passing to Mac Passero. Up the left wing for Giancola. Bowles through the neutral zone, over center, trying to make his way around Moran. Moran falling to the ice, but Gourlay able to get the cross ice feed to Quilty on the far side. Moran up the wall for Radford. Radford the short pass to the speedy Scott Dorian, and Dorian shot wide on the near corner. Passero over the right circle. 7:40 to go, third period of play. The Corvairs looking for their third win on the year against the Meteors. Centering pass, Passero, and going down to block the shot is Ryan Moran. The Corvairs looking for their fourth consecutive victory, their third win on the year against the Meteors. Caledonia looking to go to 14-1 at home. A loss by Fort Erie tonight will drop them to 2-11-3 on the road this season. Nixon around the wall. Brown inside the line. Brown below the circle. The cross ice feed to the left circle, looking for Malott. Brown back to the far corner for a body check as Fontana plays it down the far side. Malott stops it at the blue line. Kyler Nixon with the only third period goal for the Corvairs. Nick Passero on the goal off the Austin Carroll assist. I thought Pereira touched it from the right circle, but the Meteors and Corvairs exchanging goals in the third. Fort Erie replying at 7-12 and a 4-2 score as we approach the 6-minute mark of period number 3. Radford backhands it past Marsden. Johnston up the wall to the half wall. In behind the net, Marino. Carroll's shot kicked aside by the right pad of Furlong. McAuliffe losing the puck. Here's another possible 2-on-1. Brown speeding away, and Cody Brown passes off to the left wing Dorian getting a stick in the face, a high stick in the process from Austin Carroll, and Carroll to the sin bin for 2 minutes. Scott Dorian with 2 goals and 3 assists on the year for 5 points. Dorian looking for goal number 3 on the season. Off the pass from the slot, Murphy in behind the net, wins the draw. Skates out to the far side, back to Quilty. Murphy gets it back from beside the right circle and passes in to Cody Brown. Brown with some room. Pass back to Quilty, rebound in front, shot by Brown. Connor Patton there as well. The Meteors able to clear. 1:32 to go, and the penalty to Austin Carroll. Quilty cross ice feed inside his own line to Nixon. Murphy feeds Patton into the slot. Brown falling down, goes to the backhand to compensate. Quilty with it now, over to Nixon. High slap shot, Cody Brown attempting a rebound. Kyler Nixon looking for the hat trick goal. Nixon dropping to number 7. Here's the announcement of the All-Stars now.
December the 29th, All-Star and Prospect Games in Port Colborne. Check the Corvairs website.
Brown winning the draw. Fontana trying to move into the slot. The GOJHL All-Star Game being played December 29th rather, in Port Colborne. Shot by Nixon. Rebound comes out to Pereira, and Jesse Pereira clearing the zone with 4:20 to go in period number 3 and 38 seconds remaining in the penalty to Austin Carroll. Big hit far side on Kyler Nixon. Pereira stands him up above the left circle. Nixon with it once again, skating over the right side of the Fort Erie blue line, drops for Quilty. Quilty cross ice feed, Fontana back for Nixon, and Nixon fires a wrist shot into the midsection of Conway. Nixon with 5 goals and 41 assists on the year for 46 points, drawing 2 goals tonight. So now it's 7 goals on the year, 48 points. Peacock's bouncing shot. Conway coming 2 steps out of the net off the blue paint to make the save and hold on for a whistle. Muir wins the draw to Quilty. Marino plays it back for the defender. Fort Erie wrapping it around the board to the near side. And Carson Johnson able to clear Corvairs inside their own line. Moran skates through the neutral zone, giving Johnston a right shoulder. Marino right side, works his way into the slot, but loses the puck in the process. Moran back to the end line in his own zone, spins away from the forecheck and plays it down the glass beside center ice. Peacock in on the one-on-one, 2 checkers in behind. Malott getting the shot. Muir trying to bury a rebound at the far corner. Marino back for the defender, up past center, and chipped in by Mac Passero. Malott past center, pass, Conway out to play it back up the boards beside the Fort Erie bench. Dorian at center, checked off the puck by Bowles, and Bowles dumps it down into the corner. Quilty for the Corvairs skates from the right side all the way across center to the near board beside the Fort Erie bench. Plays it in deep for Cody Brown, centering pass, the backhand by Patton. Side of the net, Dorian at the top of the blue paint. So Scott Dorian with a couple good scoring chances tonight.
Winning ticket number 9,
Looking to muscle his way into another goal with 2 goals on the year. So Kyler Nixon scoring at 10:45 of period number 1. Matt Quilty replying in the second at 4:35 as Patton is tossed from the draw in favor of Cody Brown. Back to Radford. Radford plays it up the wall, and Brown pinned up against the wall, facing the glass by Kyle Marino. Brown slips away in behind the net. Cody Brown top of the paint. Centering pass from Patton. Patton gets it back. Brown side of the net, far side, and knocked away by Alex Huron. Can't clear the line. The hard slapper, the deflection by Dorian goes wide. Brown works his way out of a check, tries to go in front of the net. Cody Brown doing some nice work, just weaving in and out of Fort Erie forwards on both sides of the net. The puck coming out in front. Brown trying a downward motion to backhand the puck, looking for goal number 5 inside 1 minute of play. And the net now empty for the Meteors. Pereira's shot blocked by Briar Jonathan. Pissarro into the high slot. Shot kicked aside by the right pad of Furlong. 33 seconds to go now. The Meteors applying pressure, trying to cut their deficit to 1. The puck escaping the zone. Mikhailov playing it down the far side. Quilty intercepting. The puck now in the neutral zone, closer to the Caledonia line, and dumped in by Nick Pissarro. Under 10 to go. Whistle goes with exactly 6 seconds to go in the game. Cavaratis getting the first Fort Erie goal. Cody Brown at 10:24, putting the Corvairs back out in front by 2 in period number 2. And Kyler Nixon and Nick Pissarro exchanging third period goals. As the buzzer goes, the Corvairs come away with a 4-2 victory. Their 28th win on the year. Sticks flying, big brawl in the Caledonia end as the game ends. Gourlay and Pissarro tie up in behind Furlong. Gourlay already in several third period altercations this season, wants to avoid any further confrontation as to avoid a suspension.
Rob Richards, cornerstone player of the game.
So the Corvairs to their 28th victory and their 57th point on the year on the strength of the 2 Kyler Nixon goals. The Corvairs win it tonight 4-2 over the Fort Erie Meteors. Please join us for our next home game. That's after that's tomorrow night before the Corvairs take their Christmas break. 7:30 p.m. here at the HCCC versus the Thorold Blackhawks. Tonight's final score, the Caledonia Corvairs 4 and the Fort Erie Meteors 2. Good night.